Hi, friends. So, today we are going to talk about a very important subject, three books that can transform your life. So, I guess we live in a world where it is full of information, full of overwhelming amount of information, and a lot of it is pure garbage, and it clutters your mind. And there are thousands of books, millions of book, millions of videos on YouTube, millions of shorts, and you can spend all your day, all your night going through this, cluttering your brain with unnecessary, not needed information. My job is to provide you the most efficient way where you can reach your goals. So these are the three books that can totally transform your life if you read them, and you can read as much as you want. It won't make a big difference because everything that you read with such active life, so many videos, so many social distraction, everything will go away from your mind in just matter of, if not few weeks, few hours, few days, everything will go away from your mind. So the most important point when you are reading a book is to make notes. If you don't make notes, you're basically wasting your time. It's a mental masturbation, I'm sorry to say, and you're just purely wasting your time if you're not gonna write notes. And the notes don't have to be very detailed. Just make like a couple of page notes, because if it's too big, you'll never read it. I would say make like a folder in your phone where you have for each book the notes you made. And of course, some guys will say you can find the notes online. For a lot of books, there are reviews and their notes, but those notes will not be helpful to you because each one is trying to find something different from the book. Let's say person A has certain weakness. He will look for the answers for those things in the book. Maybe that's your strength. You don't need that notes. So the point is to make your own notes, because that corresponds to your weaknesses that you're trying to improve. So the number one book I would recommend, which is absolutely must, if you have a kids, if you have a younger brother, I think that's the best book you can give to transform their life. The earlier age you read it, it becomes a part of your personality. So if you have any younger brother or any child, I think it's a pretty good book to give. It's not a dark book. It's not a book about trying to get something from someone. It's a book where everybody can benefit in a nice way, in a trustable way. The overall message in the book is to get things in the world in a correct way. So this book is Psychology of Influence by Robert Cialdini. And in this book, it will also make you smart when people are trying to influence you to get something from you in a wrong way. When people are trying to put you in a panic situation, get to something from you. So when you are in such situation, when you are traveling, when you are in your work, when you are dealing with your professors, when you're dealing with your teachers, when you're dealing with your boss, you can understand that somebody's trying to play a game with you, and you can block that person from playing that game, and you can act appropriate in that moment. You could be a bit more, or let's say aware, for sure 100%, but a bit more prepared, because now you are aware what is happening around you. And in the same way, when you're in a difficult situation, when somebody's being hard to you for no reason, you can use this principles to get things done. And the best thing about this book is it will improve your communications with people in your life. So you might have a friend whom you like a lot, but you may have trouble getting along with him. And after reading this book, you may try to understand him, and it will help your relationship with your parents, with your siblings, with your boss, with everybody in your life. Actually, it does have you'll really realize the moment you finish or you are in the middle of the book, by the time you grab some information, that it really is changing your dynamics of relation with people, and it's making it more pleasant and more agreeable with everybody around you without you becoming a people pleaser. The second book on this list is The Human Behavior, The Laws of Human Nature. Is by Robert Greene. So he's a very famous book. He has written some other books which are a little bit dark and which can turn you into evil person when you read them, because you want to use those knowledges. But The Laws of Human Nature is a very nice book. It will make you a student of human nature. And like it or not, that's the most critical part of your life, dealing with other people and dealing with yourself. It will help you, make you understand better about yourself, better about everyone around you, better about everything in this world. So you'll basically become a much more, let's say, aware and a more overall a person with much more better human understanding in a good way. You'll be able to understand everything, not everything, but a lot of things, why people are doing certain things. And it will, the more important thing will be that you will develop this mindset to trying to understand, trying to find the reason why somebody's doing it, not just being reactive to it, but actually trying to understand. And it will help you develop your own thoughts over a period of time, because it gives you these tools where you start to think about things and develop your own brain and ideas. So that is even more critical and important. And the last one, and the least, not the least, because I think in life you need these three skills, like the ability to negotiate, communicate, so that you get from the psychology of influence, understanding people around you, that's the laws of human nature from Robert Greene. And the last one and the least is like, not the least, is the sales skill. So you need to have a very good sales skills in life. And the best book I have read so far on the sales is The Way of the Wolf. And he is a very famous guy, Jordan Belfort, on whom the movie was made, The Wolf of the Wall Street. So this book is by him. It's a very simple book. I would say it's not a very thick book. It's like a thin book. And it's very easy to read, very interesting to read. And there are like really, really practical applications of sales. But it's not like trying to sell something to someone, but the psychology behind it and your own body language, your own tonality, which most of people don't know, but the tonality is much more important than anything else. And he doesn't just say that, speak in certain tone. He actually goes in a little bit detail of it, which is very helpful, because anybody can tell, yeah, you should have a more positive tone, but what is a positive tone? So there is more layers to it when you can create such way of speaking, how to be not needy during a conversation. Many things you will understand during reading this book. So these are my top 3 favorite books, I would say, if you really want to transform your life. I mean, that's a big word, but it's, for some people actually it can happen and have that drastic effect, depends where you are in life. But it doesn't matter who reads it, it will definitely have a very significant change in your way of thinking, and then in your way of acting, and then eventually how your life is going. And these 3 books are quite short, even if you're reading at a very, okay, one is big one, The Law of Human Nature, but the rest of the 2 books are quite small. So maximum, if you're going at a very slow pace, you can read it in 1.5 months, ideally maybe in a month. So I wish you good luck. Let me know which one you find interesting. If you have any other suggestion for the book that can be helpful, and please subscribe if you want more such information from my side.